Thank you for joining us for the Spirit Circle, where this year the theme is Love Letters to the Earth. It's been said that in order to stay spiritually alive, one should fall in love at least 3 times a day. Now, I know what you may be thinking. If I fell in love 3 times a day, that could threaten my significant relationships. But I would submit to you that there are enough distant stars and planets, enough ponderosa pines on Arizona hillsides, enough red rock canyons, enough cactus wrens, enough sparkling desert springs to fall in love 3 times a day from here to eternity, much less from here to the end of our short and fragile lives. So we're inviting you to consider what motivates your work for climate justice. Someday for me, I confess that it's not always positive motivations, positive emotions. Sometimes it's fear. Fear of the future we're leaving to our children and grandchildren. Sometimes it's anger, even hatred at what I see happening to God's beautiful planet. But I recognize that those negative emotions are not very productive, and they eat away at my soul. The authors of these love letters follow the example of Martin Luther King Jr., who invites us to think about how you can't chase away darkness with darkness. Only light can do that. You can't chase away hate with hate. Only love can do that. Welcome to the Spirit Circle, where we invite you to imagine what your love letter to the earth might be.
Sanctuary from storms, hidden from hunters, bountiful for breakfast. This giant saguaro, for tiny beasts, it is their whole world, their home. Bats, bees, and beetles buzz and bustle through day and night in their saguaro city. Funny, adorable little rhinoceros beetles, with their superhero strength, scuttle to and fro. You beautiful survivor, you strong, stately saguaro. We may seem giants to the tiny beasts, like we are whole other worlds outside their saguaro solar system. Let's cherish the beauty of our earth, our whole world, our home, by protecting theirs.
In the middle of our vows, uninvited guests dressed in black with bald heads and twisted, ugly faces crashed our wedding. Friends and family began pointing up, nudging and whispering to each other. Circling above us was a wake, the name used for the gathering of vultures. Ugly buzzards. I was resentful, but I've since come to value you as heaven's holy wedding gift. You eat death, and every relationship has some dead things, some old hurts and putrefying angers that need to be cleaned up before new life can thrive and new love flourish. Now we go back to Boyce Thompson Arboretum, our wedding site, to see you soar. Stronger birds, like eagles, depend on their own strength to fly, but you, beloved, rely on the energy of the universe. The sun warms the air, warm air rises. Many avians ride the thermals, but you are a master surfer, flying higher than any other bird. Biblical scholars say we've mistranslated the prophet Isaiah, who affirms his love for ugly buzzards. They who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like vultures.
I saw you at a distance in the path, not sure what you were. Then I saw your beautiful black and brown coloring, a desert tarantula. Your legs moved slowly, deliberately, with the languid grace of a dancer as you came up the path toward me. As you approached, I crouched to look at you. Your hair had such a soft look that I wanted to reach down and feel it. I refrained, not because of the mild venom your bite carries, but so as not to disturb you. You're a misunderstood creature, dear tarantula. You're not deadly or aggressive. You're gentle by nature, willing to live and let live. Seldom seen and underappreciated, you're one of the many creatures that God created to creep on the earth and called good on the 5th day of creation. And your rustic beauty captivates me. You pressed on, oblivious to me, hunting for a female, laser focused. Slowly you marched toward me until I had to step out of the way to avoid having you climb right up and over my sandaled foot. Up the path you went, eventually veering off into the desert brush, legs delicately feeling their way. Good luck with your search, gentle friend, and thank you for those special moments of wonder with you.
A love letter to the earth. A teacher taught me that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was the first literal tree hugger. Before his mosque was built in the city of Medina, he, blessings be upon him, used to deliver his sermons at the base of a tree. When construction of the mosque concluded, naturally, he moved inside, but not before the tree let out a devastating groan at his departure. He, blessings be upon him, realized immediately what the matter was. He knew that the tree would miss his divine presence. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, returned to the tree, and he hugged it in front of his entire congregation. He, blessings be upon him, announced that the tree would have a special place in heaven. Now I ask, if a mere tree is given such importance and affection, what of the earth that grows it?
Dear Earth, planet, big blue marble, world, Gaia, globe, under whatever name you use, I love you passionately. I love your blue skies, fluffy clouds, and spectacular sunsets. I love your waters, rivers and streams, seeps and springs, wetlands and cienagas, and those mere trickles that sustain life. I love your deserts, forests, scrublands, and grasslands. I love your canyons, hills, mountains, valleys, and plains. I love your sunny days and starry nights, warm breezes, and thunderstorms. I love your voice, the croak of a frog, the patter of rain, the howl of a wolf, and the splash of a fish. I love your smell, the desert's creosote, your sweet flowers, and your rich soils. I love your creatures, butterflies and dragonflies, snakes and lizards, owls and condors, prairie dogs and squirrels, coyotes and wolves, and yes, I love your people too. I do not love what we are doing to you. Love alone is not enough. We must also act. You will breathe easier when we stop polluting your air and the atmosphere with carbon. You will look and feel so much better when we stop denuding you of vegetation, drying up your waters, and blading your lands. I wish you good health. Much love, Sandy.
To all the beautiful and colorful feathers I collected as a kid. When I was a kid, I loved collecting beautiful feathers of different colors, of different birds. I used to keep them in my book because I was told that those feathers would make babies in the dark. I traded with my friends for a candy or a gum as I wanted to collect as many feathers because I was having fun. I did not know what to do with those feathers, but I had red, blue, green, yellow, turquoise. I felt the airy texture, the smoothness on my cheeks and my hands as they glided through smoothly on my face. As I imagined all the birds that those feathers were attached to, peacock, macaw, parrots, I wanted to love those birds even more. Oh dear Earth, please save those birds, as I want my children to also have the same fun as I did as a child.
My dearest Earth, once when I was 18, I stood face to face with you in all your radiant beauty. I stood in awe. It was early morning on the south rim of your Grand Canyon. Your generous rainfall had just graced the rim with an unforgettable fragrance of sage, nestled among the ponderosa pines. Your sun was rising behind lingering gray clouds, clustered across the eastern horizon. Changing each second, you not only created magnificent colors of gold and crimson red in the sky above, but you brushed these colors onto the freshly washed walls of your canyon below. They all beamed with pride. Suddenly, you opened your clouds just enough to give birth to a spectacular sunburst of rays bursting out in all directions, even deep into the bottom of the canyon. I go to this place often, my quiet place. Whenever I feel stressed, I return to my memory of you in this sunburst picture. There you bring me back to that peace and calm which you, dear Earth, have given me to keep. Thank you.
With beauty before me I walk, with beauty behind me I walk, with beauty above me I walk, with beauty around me I walk. It has become beauty again, it has become beauty again, it has become beauty again, it has become beauty again. Hajunago Nashado, Shijila, Hajunago Nashado, Do Shike, Hajunago Nashado, Do Hajunago Nashado, Do Hajunago Nashli, Hajunago Nashli, Hajunago Nashli, Hajunago Nashli. Ahihat.